Hello, welcome to a new section on Postman. Here we going to discuss about variables in Postman. So go for the session. And why use variables? To avoid repetition, easy environment switch, and it's used for store dynamic data. And different types of variables are global, environment, collection, local, and data. And the scope, that means the priority of taking the variables are the first priority given to local, then data, then environment, then collection, the final is global. So here high priority of variable is given to local, okay, and very less to global. Okay. So I will switch to Postman and I will demonstrate how to do that. Okay, so I'm taking the Postman in web application, and here you can see two collections are there. One is regression collection and another is test API collection. So first we going to see in the global variable. Okay, so click on the environment tab. You can see a global. Click on that. It will open here, and here you can define the variable name and its value. Having type, okay, it having type either default or secret. Okay, so first I giving a value base URL, meaning a variable base URL, and you can see here either you can define in default or secret. Okay, and right now I go with the default, and if you define on initial value, it can be shared to others by giving the postman. Or if you given value in current value, it cannot be shared to others. It only available to your local machine. Okay. So I am giving a URL value sg and giving for understanding and giving a sample URL like sample test global test, okay, variable. Okay, and if you giving into secret, it will be hide. Okay, the purpose of type. Go with default, and you can see here three dots. You click on that. If you click on persist, it will both the current and initial value should be make to same. Okay. So now it's both are same. I remove this. Okay, and you need to save, to access this variable. So save. I have saved the global variable now, and go to the collection and go to the collection. Open the collection. Here also you can see a variable. Here already a same variable is here. Okay, so I right now I just untick or remove this variable. It's already defined, so I remove this one. Sorry, I couldn't save that one, that's why it's not affected. So I removed and saved, and go to the registered, and by over this you can see now it's changed to global variable. Okay, then I defining the next is collection variable. Okay, so I'm giving the base URL, giving the value yes collection, giving and save, then go to register. Then over here you can see now it's changed to collection variable because high priority is collection, so compared to global, so it's come in collection. Okay, then I adding the next priority, checking for priority. So I'm creating a new environment. For that, click on environment. You can see a create environment icon, so click on that. So new environment will be created, and you can rename that. So I giving name staging. Okay, staging, and defining a variable base URL here also, and value is environment. That's okay. It's a very sample. Then I save the variable and go to register, and now it's not reflected here because we not choose the environment. For that, go to this right tab and choose the environment stage. Then over here you can see now it's changed to environment variable. So the next priority given to environment other than global and collection variable. So environmental variable value is picking. So the purpose of environment variable is to suppose you need to change the base URL, right? So you can define different environment variables, okay, and you can switch between that. So same variable name you can given and different URL. So no need to change the value every time. So you can switch the environment so it will work. Okay. So likely you can use the environment variable for different environment if you are having testing on same. The base URL is different, but the endpoint is same. So you can use in that way. So you can switch the environment. If you want to create a new environment, you can see here a create a new environment and you can rename it into production. Okay, suppose it is in production, giving environment name production, and here also you can define the variable, okay, base URL and giving the URL, okay, giving the URL name like production, okay, and save and go to the register URL, and now it's coming from staging. So I am switch the environment into production, then over here, so you can now its URL change to production. So likely you can change your environment based on your needs. Okay, so it is very easy and need to return the old URLs. Just switch the environment, you can access your variables here. Okay. Then the next priority we given to what. Now we covered global collection environment data. Data means the that runner where we use data variable, and the next one is local. Okay, so local, for local we can see defined in sub for the request. Okay, so coming to register, go to the script. Okay, and you can define the pre-request. You can define set a variable here. So click on snippets and you can see set a global variable, collection variable, and you can see a set a variable. So that is a local variable. So click on that and you can give the value that is base URL, and value you can see local, that means HTTPS local, and save. Now we set the local variable, then we can run, verify the what we getting. So just run. We have global variable, we have collection, we have environment. Then you can click on console which API is taken, sorry, which variable is taken. You can see now it's picking the local. That means the local variable is picking up when you run the request. So this is the priority we have given, okay, given for variables. And one more thing, give multiple variable we can given, just enter. So I am adding another variable for email. So copy the value and go to the collection and define a new variable. If copy the value, sorry, the paste the value, and one more, copy the password and collection variable password, paste the password, You can, okay, in the password. Okay, so then you can use save this, use the variable here, request for offering the variable places, variable name, and close the braces. So you can see now it's coming collection variable. Here also you can change into password. So you can come from collection variable. Okay. So likely you can add your own variables. Okay. To delete, you can delete, save. Okay. Delete, save. Okay. So this is all about in this section. Thank you for watching. Bye.